Morning students, I hope and wish you all are fine and doing great. So from today onward we are going to start our online classes for class 8. Whatsoever syllabus I am going to cover will be coming in your PT1. In this session we will talk about rational number which we use in our calculations in our everyday life. So let's recall our previous knowledge. Let's start with first natural number. What are natural numbers? Natural numbers are those numbers which starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on up to infinity. So that means it's a group which contain numbers starting from 1 to 3. What is whole number? Whole number is a group or series of numbers starting from 0. That means it already contains the natural number plus 0. Only 0, when 0 is added to the natural number, it becomes whole numbers. Now we will talk about integers. What are integers? Integers basically is a group which contains the number, negative numbers, 0 and the natural number. That means with the whole number starting from 0 and the negative numbers is said to be the group of integers. These are the notations we use for natural number: capital N, whole number, capital W and capital Z for integers. Now you all have known the number line which we have used in our previous classes. Always a number line, this is the midpoint 0, and on the right side of the number line it contains all the positive numbers, right? And in the left hand side it contains all the negative numbers, and this become a number line. Whenever we go from left to right, the previous number always less than the forward number. Suppose we are moving from -3 to -2. That means -3 will be less than -2. Always from left to right, if we are moving, the left number will be less than right one. That means if we are moving from -1 to 0, that means 0 will be greater than -1. These all are in the increasing order. Now we will come to our main topic, that is rational number. What are rational numbers? Rational numbers are a group of numbers which can be expressed in the form of P by Q. What is P by Q? That means in the form of integer divided integer. I've already told you what are integers. All the negative numbers and the whole numbers. So integers divided integer. I have written it in the form of variable, that is P by Q, where P and Q are integers. You can take like this -2 upon -3 or 2 by 3 or 7 by 1. 7 by 1 which is equal to 7. That means all the numbers are also rational numbers. We have studied about fractions also. Fractions are also expressed in the form of A by B. That means, are they rational numbers or they are equal to rational numbers? Yes, they are equal to rational numbers. But what is the difference between fraction and rational numbers? They are also expressed in the form of P by Q, and the variables are different, but we can say P by Q. It can be also in the form of P by Q. But that means these two numbers A and B should be whole numbers. This is the condition. That means fraction can be rational number, but all rational numbers are not fraction. Why? Because rational number include the negative numbers also, and the negative are not the whole numbers. This is the reason. So when a number is said to be in a standard form, Suppose I have taken a number 144 divided 156. We have to make it in the standard form. Standard form is when a number has only a single number common, that is 1. Now look, here we can divide 144 and 156, or we can take common from both numerator and denominator, but that is 12. Then it will remain as 12 divided 12 multiply 13. 12 multiply 12 is 144, 12 multiply 13 is 156. So look here, 12 is coming common both in numerator and denominator. Now it can cut it out and we will be left with 12 by 13. Now there will be no common in numerator and denominator other than 1. So this is the standard form. Standard form of what? 144 by 156. That means writing a number in its simplest form. You have seen it in your questions. To change the number in the simplest form is the standard form of that number. When two rational numbers are said to be an equivalent number. What is equivalent? Equivalent actually means when two rational numbers have the same denominator. They should have the same denominator, then these two numbers are said to be an equivalent number. That is with same numerator. That is 1 by 2 is said to be equivalent to 1 by 2 because these two numbers have the same numerator and denominator. So these are the two equivalent. What if I say 2 by 7 is equivalent to 4 by 14? Are they two equivalent? Yes. Why? Because if we are writing it in the simplest form, it will changes up to 2 by 7. That means 2 by 7 is equivalent to 4 by 14. Got it? So that means if you have to write 5 equivalent rational numbers of 1 by 2, even you have studied in your primary sections, if you have to write 5 rational numbers of this rational number 1 by 2, how you will find it? Firstly, we will multiply it by 2. Write its multiple. Simpler. 4. 2 by 4 is an equivalent number of 1 by 2. Another number. Multiply 1 by 2 by 3. You will get 3 by 6. And next you will get 4 by 8. Next 1 by 2 multiply 5. You will get 5 by 10. Next multiply by 6 and you will get 12. So look, if you change 2 by 4, 3 by 6, 4 by 8, 5 by 10 and 6 by 12 in their standard form, that is in their simplest form, they all will be equivalent to 1 by 2. So these are the 5 equivalent number of the rational number 1 by 2. Now we will study about the modulus. What is modulus? Modulus basically is, if we say in a simplest way, it is a negative of that rational number. That is, suppose A is that rational number. A is some rational number. That means modulus of A will be, I've already told you, negative of that number. That means minus of A, which will be minus A. Got it? This modulus is also known as absolute value. It can be said as modulus or absolute value. We can also say absolute value of a is also minus a. For example, if I say find modulus of minus 1 by 10, that means modulus of minus 1 by 10 will be minus of minus 1 by 10. And what is minus minus? Plus. So it will be 1 by 10. Now we will study about the properties of rational numbers. First, the properties of addition. This comes under this property of rational numbers. Now, first, closure property. These are the subparts of property of addition. Closure property. What is closure property? Closure property says if we take two rational number in the form of a by b and c by d. You know, these are the two rational numbers. Are two rational numbers then their sum will also be a rational number. That means a by b plus c by d is also a rational number. Example, look here. I have taken two rational numbers 2 by 9 and 4 by 9. These are the two rational numbers. What closure property says, if we add these two numbers, that means 2 by 9 plus 4 by 9, it will come to 6 by 9. That is, if we take it in the simpler form, it will become 2 by 3. And we all know 2 by 3 is a rational number. So, the closure property is satisfied. Now the next is commutative property. What commutative property says that if a by b, if we have taken two rational numbers a by b and c by d are two rational number. Look, I have write it its notation, rational numbers. Then what? Then their sum, that means a by b plus c by d will always be equal if we swap their positions. अगर मैं c by d पहले लिखूं और a by b बाद में लिखूं, then also they are equal. That means a by b plus c by d will be equal to c by d plus a by b. You know, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 and 3 plus 2 is also equal to 5. That doesn't mean that if I have swapped the places, it can't be equal. So this is what. For example, I have taken two rational number, that is 2 by 9 plus another is 4 by 9. The sum will be 6 by 9 and its standard form will be 2 by 3. And next, if I swap these two places, that means 4 by 9 plus 2 by 9. The answer will be same 6 by 9 and the standard form will be 2 by 3. So look, these two will be equal. This is what commutative property says. Next is associative property. Look, if I have now, we have to take three rational numbers. I have taken, let a by b, c by d and e by f. These are the three rational numbers. This sign is of belongs to. Okay, I am writing here belongs to. We can write it in the symbol this. Belongs to rational number. This is a notation of rational number. Then you have to write in the full form, belongs to rational number, not in this notation. Then what? You have to add in this form, a by b plus in bracket first these two, C by D plus E by F will always be equal अगर मैं इन दोनों को पहले प्लस करूं और इसको बाद में. That means A by B plus C by D and plus now E by F will be left. That means firstly you have to left this rational number and add these two and then to this number. It will always be equal to if we add these two numbers and then the simpler way if I say let it be first, second and third. So you have to do first को you have to leave it and add second plus third which will be equal to अगर हम first and second को पहले add करेंगे and the left third one. Let's understand with an example. I have taken three rational number that is 2 by 9 plus I'm doing this first. I'm taking it as LHS. LHS means left hand side and this as an RHS that is right hand side. So I'm solving LHS first. Let's see. 2 by 9 plus 4 by 9 plus 1 by 9. These three are rational numbers which I have taken randomly. Now solve it. We know the BODMAS rule. Firstly we have to solve this bracket and it will be answer will be 5 by 9. Then add 2 by 9 and 5 by 9 it will be 7 by 9. Now solve RHS part. That will be firstly now you have to add these two numbers that is 2 by 9 plus 4 by 9 and left 1 by 9. That means if we add these two numbers it will be 6 by 9 plus 1 by 9 and the answer will be 7 by 9. That means LHS will be equal to RHS. That is, this has been proved. First plus second plus third will be equal to first plus second plus third. Now the next one is additive identity. What additive identity says that the sum of any rational number and 0 is the rational number itself. Remember it, the identity in case of additive inverse is always 0. Always 0 in case of addition. Now what it says actually, if we add a rational number and the 0, we know it. चाहे 0 को आप किसी भी rational number या किसी भी number में add करो तो हमेशा same number आता है. Okay, so that means if A by B is an rational number, then A by B plus 0 और चाहे तो आप पहले 0 को और फिर A by B को प्लस करो हमेशा वही सेम नंबर आएगा. यही आइडेंटिटी बोलती है. तो यू शुड नो कि एडिटिव आइडेंटिटी एडिशन के केस में इज ऑलवेज 0 एंड whenever we add any rational number with 0, the rational number comes itself. Got it? Now the next is additive inverse. For the additive inverse says that the negative of any number is the inverse of that number. That means if A by B is a rational number, then negative of that number will be its inverse. For example, but what additive inverse says, if A by B is a rational number, then there exists, this I have told you ki how you have to find the inverse. But what additive inverse statement is, now I'm telling, exists a rational number. That means अगर हम कोई भी एक ऐसा रेशनल नंबर लें a by b, तो उसके लिए हमेशा ऑलवेज देयर विल बी एक ऐसा रेशनल नंबर होगा, देयर विल बी अ रेशनल नंबर सच दैट माइनस a by b such that a by b प्लस माइनस a by b, और या तो आप इसको आगे ले लो, माइनस a by b प्लस a by b, इट विल ऑलवेज कम 0. दैट मीन्स कि हर एक रेशनल नंबर के लिए एक ऐसा नेगेटिव उसका इनवर्स एग्जिस्ट करेगा. दिस इज द इनवर्स. आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू कि a by b का इनवर्स इज माइनस a by b. तो दैट मीन्स कि फॉर एवरी रेशनल नंबर देयर विल बी अ इनवर्स ऑफ दैट रेशनल नंबर सच दैट कि इफ वी एड दीज टू नंबर्स, इनवर्स and that rational number, it will always bring the additive identity. 0 is the additive identity. कभी भी आप किसी रेशनल नंबर को उसके इनवर्स के साथ सम करोगे तो जो आंसर आएगा वो हमेशा एडिटिव आइडेंटिटी आएगा, दैट इज 0. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, if I say additive inverse of 3 by 5 is minus 3 by 5. Now we all know, right? Or vice versa, additive inverse of minus 3 by 5 is minus of minus 3 by 5 is 3 by 5. It's modulus basically. Now add it, whether it's 3 by 5 plus this or minus 3 by 5 plus this. What will be the inverse? What will you get the answer? Sum will always be plus minus 3 by 5. You will always give additive identity. Now will be equal to minus 3 by 5 plus 3 by 5. Answer you will get will be the additive identity, that is 0. Sum it, you will definitely get 0. With this, all our identity of addition are completed. We have completed the properties of addition. Now we will start the properties of subtraction. In case it will be the same, but in the case of subtraction only one property is proved, that is closure property. Other property that are also proved for addition are not for subtraction. Let's start with the closure property. You know that in the form of addition, when the sum of two rational number is also a rational number, same will be for the subtraction. If we take two rational number, their subtraction will be also, their difference will be also a rational number, that is 2 by 3 minus 4 by 3 will be also a rational number. Now the commutative property, this does not exist for subtraction. Why? Look here, I will definitely start with the example. If I have taken two rational number, that is 2 by 3 and 4 by 3, if I minus 2 by 3 minus 4 by 3, it will come minus 2 by 3. And if we swap the place, that is c by d minus a by b, that is 4 by 3 minus 2 by 3, then it will come 2 by 3. And these two will not be equal. That means commutative property does not exist in the case of subtraction. Now similarly for the associative property also, it also does not exist for subtraction. Look, if I have taken three rational numbers a by b, c by d and e by f, these are the three rational numbers, then a by b minus c by d minus e by f will not be equal to if we do like this, that is first minus second minus third will never be equal to first minus second minus third. If we study from an example, look, I have taken 3 numbers, and when I solve these numbers, one came 4 by 3 and another we get minus 8 by 3, and these two are not equal when I solve like this. Similarly goes for non-existence of identity and inverse. That means identity and inverse also does not exist for the case of subtraction. Look, if a by b is a rational number, never a number comes same when I minus a by b minus 0 or 0 minus a by b. You can take example. Is 0 minus 2 or 2 minus 0 are same? No, it will come minus 2 and it will be 2. Minus 2 is never equal to plus 2. So therefore, inverse and identity also does not exist. Only what exists in case of identity, if we take only the right hand side. Only the right identity, that is, if I take, you can say it E, existence of right identity. What is right identity? If we take only the right side, suppose a by b is a rational number, then a by b plus 0, sorry, it will be minus. It will be minus. A by b minus 0 will be equal to a by b. That same number will come. So therefore, right identity will exist. With an example, you can take 3 by 5 minus 0 will be equal to 3 by 5. End this session of today and do it again tomorrow with a new fresh topic.